Folks, hello and welcome inside BC Place Stadium. We are back here in beautiful Vancouver, right on the water, under the dome, for our final day of the 2025 BC School Sports football season. Yes, it is Championship Sunday here at BC Place. Justin Morissette with you, joined by Jay Prepchuk. And Jay, this is the first of 3 games for us here on Championship Sunday, and a little, we'll call it an amuse-bouche to get us started, a little appetizer course perhaps, because this is not a championship game, but it is a great opportunity for a lot of graduating students and a lot of outstanding grade 11s as well to don the jersey one last time this season and get some game action in front of a number of collegiate scouts.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an exciting time for these young athletes. Talking to Zach Kremler, probably the busiest guy. Well, maybe Jordan Abney and Zach Kremler are the
schedules.
Busiest guys out there. Zach, the president of BC High School Football, has been working countless hours organizing this event. 6th annual All-Star game. Always excited. I've talked to a few of the players. They're super excited about playing in this ball game. And the coaches are excited too. It's an opportunity for university coaches from all across the country. 18 different university coaches representing 10 universities are in attendance and been coaching these young men for the last couple of days, and a couple of junior coaches as well out there. So let's see what we have. Again, no kicking in this game. If somebody decides they want to punt the ball, then it's advanced 30 yards down the field, and they change possession. So a lot of these coaches are going to find it interesting, of course, coaching 4-down football, right? Because usually they play 3-down. So hopefully they don't want to elect a kick on 3rd down. Let's see if they've got their rules, their American Football Rules Committee. That, of course, we play American football rules in BC High School football. Here we go. Team Black.
Yeah, it is Team East versus Team West here at the 2025 BC School Sports Football All-Star Game. All-Star Classic, I almost want to call it. That's what it is.
Like it.
Quickly turning into year after year here, Jay. And it is Team West wearing white and Team East wearing the black jerseys. So this one set to get started. And, of course, Team East beginning with possession. Milano Peloso, the intended receiver of that pass, as we take another look at it right here. And he did indeed come up with that ball.
Yeah, nice play to start off this ball game. A good throw out there by Gavin Raw, the quarterback, of course, from New West. 6'2", 200 pounds, good-sized kid. I've had a chance to work with him in previous years. And, again, good start. These teams are starting off in a trips formation, tripper we call it. 3 to the wide side, 1 to the boundary.
Long snap brought back into the hands of Gavin Rye as he looks downfield. It's another pass attempt and another completion, this time along the far sideline yet again to Milano Peloso.
Yeah, good connection there. Wow, just a semi-roll to the left-hand side, and Gavin does an excellent job of squaring his shoulders up down the field and just throwing an absolute strike on a 12-yard breakout to Milano. So already a great connection. Interesting, St. Thomas More and New Westminster High School connecting on a couple of pass plays early in the game. Usually crosstown rivals. They're across the street from each other, Justin.
No kidding. As they go to the run game this time, does Team East with a rush up the gut, a dive in the hands of number 17, Kari Johnson, and he will press that ball forward a good 4 yards and bring up a 2nd and 6 situation.
Yeah, we got some big boys up front here, of course, from across the province, and it's kind of easy for us to identify them by their helmets anyways, right? I can do that, and usually can figure out what school they go to, depending on what color and what decal they have on their helmets here. So we'll try to do our best up top here and see exactly, call the game for you the best we can.
Gavin Wright takes the snap, assesses his options, pass downfield again right into the hands of Milano Peloso. That is turning into quite the connection in the early stages of this game for two guys who, as you said, Jay, are ordinarily at each other's throats on the football field.
Yeah, exactly, and a great job by the offensive line, just protecting Gavin, doing a nice job up there. And again, we'll try to get through that offensive line for you as we progress through the day. Damen Duma from Nanaimo 6'4", 280. You'll see some of the size of these boys.
You can
Boy, are
see
they
them
big.
already on the offensive line. My goodness, is that offensive line going to work trying to open up some holes for the running game right now as they put the ball back in the hands of Kari Johnson once more, and he's finally brought down after quite a pickup. 15 yards on the carry for Kari Johnson.
Wow, and watch number 65, big Hayden Bozma from Rutland, 6'5", 325. Coming across, there he is with the blue helmet with the big R. Watch him keep going, driving his legs. Boy, I bet you those university coaches are just licking their chops over some of these guys. And when you got a guy like Hayden and from Rutland, of course, Pete McCall has done a fantastic job with that Rutland football program up in Kelowna.
Gavin Rye peeling out of the pocket to the left side. He's got pressure coming, lots of it, in fact, and he will be sacked. Big tackle right there from Sam Schmidt, the 6'3", 220-pounder out of OKM.
Wow, Sam Schmidt, just an outstanding athlete. That program has done really a great job in the last, and number 54 also in on that sack, of course.
Gage McKee from Nechako.
Yeah, exactly. From all the way up in beautiful Prince George or Vanderhoof up there. Hello to Sheldon Brown. Coach, you're doing a great job with your Nechako Valley Football Club, of course. Always a powerhouse up there, but great start. Yeah,
Gage
absolutely, absolutely. So nice sack there by the white team.
Put it in a 2nd and 14 situation, and it's a pass complete as Rye finds Kari Johnson yet again. Johnson looking for that end zone, but he's pushed out in the near sideline at about the 5-yard line, maybe the 4, but it's 1st and goal now for Team East as they just continue to press towards that end zone.
Yeah, Johnson, an excellent running back. You can see his quickness, getting the ball, tucking the ball into his outside arm and trying to get some positive yards. A nice drive here by Team Black so far to start off this ball game. Gavin is doing an excellent job of taking his football team down the field here and putting themselves in excellent field position on the white team 4-yard line.
Rye takes the snap and will hand the ball off for Johnson yet again to take a rush up the gut, but good job from the defensive line of Team West to really just swarm the ball carrier and allow him no room to work.
Yeah, big Andrew Bain in there, the Belmont offensive lineman, again at 6'1", 255. He's done a great job. Kyle Harrington, of course, had a disappointing loss last night in the JV final. Congratulations to Vancouver College for a big victory. Brian Taggart and Rob Kazakowski, big victory for the Fighting Irish last night at McLeod Stadium.
A wild game. You and I called that one. Some things that I've never seen in football games before in my many, many years of being up here in the booth, and of course as a player as well.
Yeah, we had an unfortunate injury for the folks that don't know.
Injury, a broken leg before the game even began.
Carlos Declan, and I talked to Coach Shute today, and he said that he's resting comfortably. So Carlos Declan, if you're out there, we're saying hey and get better and get ready for spring training next year. I know you'll be back stronger than ever. Ben Wright, number 71, did a great job of filling in for him at center for Vancouver College last night.
And I know a thing or two about a broken leg at the knee, so my heart goes out to you, Carlos. I know that is no fun at all. Team East, however, still trying to find that end zone for the first time as Gavin Rye looks to the sky, and he's nearly picked off, but instead, no, it is hauled in as Cole Sampson, grade 12 out of Terry Fox, able to grab that ball, and it is a Team East touchdown.
Wow, that's a great start for Team Black. Cole Sampson does an excellent job of going up for this ball. As a matter of fact, I ran into his dad in the downstairs on the way in, and he was all excited for Cole to get a chance to play another football game. Of course, the powerhouse Terry Fox Ravens are unfortunately not playing in the championship game. We reminisced a little bit about the 2016 overtime Terry Fox victory over Notre Dame.
Speaking of
how
classics,
exciting was that? Absolutely. Yeah. And the next year they lost in 2017 to New West, of course, in the last second field goal from Coach Farhan Lalji's team.
One of the most legendary games I have ever seen here in this building, and I'll include CFL games as well. That was a memorable game to be sure. And the two-point convert is good for
6:55 left in the first
Team East.
quarter.
We'll take another look at it on the replay here as Gavin Rye connecting with his fellow New Westminster Hayek, Kari Johnson. And no surprise that connection was so strong on that drive, given those guys have played together for many, many years.
Yeah, no question. And what a drive. I mean, Gavin just leading his team down the field and doing an excellent job of going all the way down the field. Again, 70 yards for touchdown. No kicking in this game, of course, but we have 2-point converts. They're going for 2, and let's see if Team White can come back. They're in the same formation, in a trips right formation, a tighter slot than Team Black.
Ryan Work, quarterback for Team West, as his pass connecting with Quinn Shoebridge.
Number 28, Quinn Sobridge.
Yeah, nice job there. A little RPO action. It's nice to see these coaches want to put in RPOs, run pass option. So Ryan had an option there of handing the ball off or throwing to his receiver. And again, excellent bang route there to get open for Quinn, the fine receiver from South Delta.
1st and 10 now from their own 45. So they'll hand off the ball for a run up the middle. Ryan Work putting that ball in the hands of Jasper Barron, all-star out of Centennial.
And on the tackle, number 56, Christian McTavish.
Get a chance to call out that offensive line here for Team White. Again, a great group. So hard to kind of get the rhythm down here. They're trying to check on the snap count and see exactly what's happening. Big Sam Stevenson, 6'4", 280 in there at right guard.
Jasper Barron able to pick up 4 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 6 as Ryan Work looks to the sky. Pass complete. It'll be another 1st down for Team West as that pass hauled in by Carson Studer.
With the catch, number 15, Carson Studer.
Yeah, you might see that combination a little bit today, Justin. Of course, these guys are teammates in OKM. And, again, as I was saying, Ronnie Zier has done a great job with that football program in Kelowna. They got a lot of talented athletes that are going to be moving on to university. They've had a couple of university athletes in the last couple of years. So, again, congratulations to that OKM. I know you're watching up in Kelowna today.
And they are well represented in this game, not just quarterback Ryan Work, but also a pair of wide receivers in Carson Studer and Lucas Williams. And we already mentioned Sam Schmidt on the defensive line earlier as well. So
exactly.
Big collection of all-stars from Kelowna.
Exactly. And, yeah, Kieran Cochran, again, 6'3", 230 from New West. Justin, where do they get these guys from? I tell you what, when I was coaching high school football, I wish we had some of these guys at that size, that's for sure. And they can move, too. I mean, these guys are big, strong athletes that I tell you what, it's very impressive to watch these guys play in limited practice time together.
Team West picked up 8 yards on that passing play on 1st down, and they'll go to the ground game here on 2nd down. Only needed 2 yards to move the sticks. I think they got 4 in the hands of Jasper Barron yet again.
Yeah, Brayton Gould again, a right tackle here from the Chaco. Sheldon Brown, you guys have done, all the Brown brothers up there up north have done an excellent job of coaching up their team in Vanderhoof. So it's nice to see the Nechako Valley players down here and playing in this all-star game tonight.
Ryan Work takes a long snap, looks downfield, the pass is away. It's complete into the hands of Oliver Ford. Ford trying to get something going upfield, but he's wrapped up by a number of defenders, and that will be halted. A pickup of 8 yards on that pass, 2nd and 2 yet again.
Yeah, very impressed with the quarterback play so far today from both of these players. Ryan Work, I got a chance to work with years ago in Kelowna, and excellent job of just manufacturing a nice drive. And again, the challenge for them is they've only had a couple of practices together, so really the timing is incredible considering they haven't had very much time together.
Have to assume they're going to go back to the ground game here, and indeed they put the ball in the hands of Jasper Barron in a short yardage situation. He will push forward a good couple yards, more than enough to move the sticks. 1st down for Team West.
1st down.
Another drive just coming down, and again, it's nice to see that the coaches aren't doing a lot of blitzing here. They're just, kind of playing a solid 40 defense, And they just want to see what the players can do without a blitz package, but they are playing a little bit of cover one, which is good as well. That's one thing that university coaches will really look for tonight in this ball game, is to see if the athletes on defense can play man-to-man, and they're in man-to-man defense right now, Team Black.
Work with one man back. He will look to the sky. That pass knocked down. Owen McDonald of Robert Bateman got a hand on that one and is able to turn that into an incomplete pass.
Yeah, attempt to Troy Weatherly, another fine product from up in Prince George. College Heights, Grant Erickson. How you doing, Coach, up there? I'm sure you're watching today, and I know you're proud of some of your players that have made the trip down from College Heights. Excellent football program up in Prince George, and look forward to getting back up next year and running my annual Prince George camp. Jamie Borm up there, of course, coaching the Kodiaks, doing a great job with their junior football club.
2nd and 10 following that incompletion, and Work will go right back to the sky, looking to the end zone, and oh my, that was nearly a touchdown.
First pass attempted to number 28, Quinn Soberg. Knocked down by number 35.
As that just bounced off the gloves of Quinn Schoberg. Nearly had it as we take another look here.
That's some excellent coverage there. It looks like it was that Dom. Let's check out that number there, number 30.
I'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the West.
Check out that number there. It looks like it was number 35, Damen Duma. Of course, they're teammates, and so they got a chance to play against each other. So Duma against Quinn there. That's quite the matchup all day. We'll look for that matchup.
Pass complete on 3rd down. Carson Studer still on his feet.
Nice.
They can't take him down. Finally pushed out of bounds. A great effort after that pass was hauled in from Carson Studer to just keep pressing and get his team into a 1st and goal situation.
Wow, Carson, you can see by all the decals on his helmet, you can always tell the stars of their football team because they get those decals that are on their helmets are for big plays that they make, right? Maybe receiving over 100 yards or maybe rushing for over 100 yards or getting more than 3 sacks in a game or limiting the other team to sacks. So Carson's helmet is certainly loaded up with decals. I like this Quinn versus Duma down at the bottom of the screen. Look for a little slant pass maybe here.
6 yards to the end zone.
Fade route.
Ryan Work takes the snap, fakes the handoff, peels out of the pocket, short pass, connecting with Troy Weatherly.
Number 20.
Weatherly taken down, and he is favoring his left knee after that tackle.
Nice tackle.
We don't want to see injuries, of course, especially in a game like this. Duma doing a nice job of coming up from his corner position. And, again, Damen Duma, Dad Tim is probably out there coaching somewhere, but had a fantastic career with Ray Moon's South Delta Sun Devils. Of course, made it all the way to the semifinals, gave Mowat a great battle last weekend that we were able to witness. But Damen Duma, again, just an outstanding athlete, and he's a quarterback, but he's also a receiver. He plays all sorts of different positions, and I think his position is going to definitely be a defensive back position when he, moves on to university. And Dominic and Damien, 2 outstanding athletes from South Delta. Again, the Duma brothers. Tim, I had a chance to coach Dad years ago at my quarterback camp. Of course, he was an excellent quarterback in his high school days. So let's hope that everything's okay here. Certainly get a chance to had a nice long talk with Commissioner Zach Kremler. He talked about 18 different universities, 18 different university coaches represented here. My good buddy Jerome Erdman is here, and Jerome, I talked to him during the week. He's saying just outstanding talent that they have out there on this, in this All-Star contest. And Jerome coaches at University of Waterloo. Maybe there's some Waterloo. Emmett Ward, MVP from last year's big victory, AA varsity victory for the Windsor Wolves. Still want to call them the Windsor Dukes, right? But the Windsor Wolves had a big
hand
victory.
There for number 20.
Yeah, let's hope he's going to be okay. So lots of little tidbits as we go through tonight's ball game from Zach. Again, talking a lot about, the fact that these coaches are, able to work with high school coaches, working with university coaches, and it's just an excellent, excellent idea that Coach Kremler came up with 6 years ago.
Second down now, 6 yards to the end zone as they will fake the handoff. No, the handoff was for real this time.
And off to number 7, Jasper Barron.
Jasper Barron tried to find a hole, but there was nothing doing. Great job by the defensive line to just close up and not allow him a path towards that end zone.
Yeah, Ridley Maston, of course, from G.W. Graham, 6'2", 190. I know the university coaches are all over Ridley to go on and play at the next level. And G.W. Graham out in Chilliwack, of course, has done an awesome job with their football program and really developed a lot of great players. Mike Hayes, you've done a great job out there with the G.W. Graham program. And, again, looking forward to seeing a lot of your athletes at the next level.
Barron was able to pick up 2 yards on that last rush, and now it's 4 yards to the end zone. Going to be carried right in by, I thought, anyways.
Ryan Work with the run.
Ryan Work.
Taken down by number 23.
Yeah, Ryan does a nice job of just getting outside the pocket, and sooner or later, quarterbacks, you just have to make a decision, whether you're going to run the ball or you're going to throw the ball, and all the way down to the 1 yard line. Let's see what Team White has called here with, again, a trips formation. Look for just an off-tackle zone search play here.
And credit to Davis McLean, the defensive back from Mission, as he was the one who made the stop and stopped Work from getting to the end zone. Fourth down, they're going for it, of course, as there's no kicking in this game, and a pass incomplete to Quinn Schoberg.
Incomplete.
Turnover on downs as Team East retakes possession on their own 1 yard line.
Wow, there's the first turnover of the ball game, and again, we talk so much about about turnovers and in any football game really, and there you go. That's a that's a fast first half. We always know when it's an entertaining ball game, Justin, because we
time just ticks away.
It just ticks away, and again, it's kind of a fun game. Again, Coach Kremler talked about the fact that there's kind of three objectives of today's All-Star game. Number one, of course, is exposure for these football players. I mean, a lot of these coaches, they're recruiting. I remember when I was the head coach at UBC years ago, we're always recruiting, right? Even during your season, you have to be recruiting. When you had a chance, you went to Calgary or Edmonton, Regina, you'd go to watch a high school game or you'd go watch a junior game. So really, the job as a university coach, it never ends, right? It's 24/7. And so we want to get more exposures for these players. A lot of them have signed already with different universities. If there is some of these players that have signed with some of the universities out there, please shoot me a text or send me an Instagram message and Facebook message and let me know if you know of some of these young men that have already signed with universities. I think it's a good idea to sign early. You get it out of the way and continue to work on your academics, of course. That's the first question that I would ask when I was the head coach at UBC is, let me see your report card. Let me see your marks, right? If, you didn't have good grades and I couldn't recruit you, and I didn't want to really waste my time, to be blunt, when somebody didn't have the grades. So young athletes out there listening, that how important it is to be academically sound and continue to work. And it's not easy. I realize that when you're playing football and it's, hard, you're practicing every day, you're on the weekends, you're traveling 18. And so on. So again, hey, I could give you one message from all my experiences, just to make sure that, you maintain your grades.
Noble Nadi, the ball carrier to begin this drive for Team East. All-star out of John Barsby. Grade 11 All-Star, in fact.
Yeah, congratulations. Rob Stevenson, big victory yesterday over the Argyle Pipers in the Junior AA Championship. Rob, great job. Larry Cooper.
2nd and 7 from the 3, and it's a complete pass.
Gavin Rye with a nice pass.
Gavin Rye able to connect with Zach Mueller out of Kelowna.
Number 84. Zach Mueller of Kelowna.
Yeah, Kelowna. Sherman Williams doing an excellent job with that Kelowna Owl program. Lots of great football players have come out of that Kelowna secondary. Roy Anderson coaching there years and years ago. Roy, if you're listening, you should be proud of this program. Still doing very well. Lots of players have gone on to university from the Kelowna Owl program. So Sherman Williams, you guys up there in Kelowna, keep on doing what you're doing up there and continuing to develop great football players.
It's a pass attempt on first down.
Number 4
falls incomplete.
Milano Peloso incomplete.
Milano Peloso with a diving effort trying to come up with that ball, just not able to get a hand on it. And as we're talking about Zach Mueller and the Kelowna Owls, he's not the only Owl all-star in this game on Team East, as Dax Williams is one of the big bodies on the defensive line for this Team East defense as well.
Yeah, thanks for bringing his name up, Justin, because he is a scholarship winner. So BC High School Football Awards scholarship top student athlete from Kelowna, Dax Williams. So right on cue as we talk about academics. And again, congratulations, Dax. You got a few dollars to work towards your university fees.
Long pass. What an arm on Gavin Rye to put that deep, but just a little overthrown perhaps. Milano Peloso not able to get there in time to scoop that one up. Incomplete yet again.
Yeah, again, a good job by this offensive line. We're trying to name as many players, of course, as we can on in today's football game. And again, number 74, Nolan Megafin, who we talked about last week at Mount Doug, 6'6", 240 Carn Dodd, and the Mount Doug Rams bringing their program back to some successful times here. And again, it's great to see the Mount Doug players represented in this all-star game.
Hayden Bosma of Rutland, one of those big bodies on the offensive line.
That's attempt.
6'5", 325 pounds. That is a big boy. And he is one of many towers of power on that O-line, let's say.
Yeah, a nice job by 57, the linebacker from DB from Mount Boucherie. Eberharder did an excellent job of coming up and was a real physical presence on that particular play. Again, Mike Godwin's football program up there in the West Bank. Coach Godwin, I know you've got some young family members that are some great football players. I watched your JV game against South Delta this year, and boy, oh boy, there is some athletes at Mount Boucherie coming up into the varsity level, and it was a very entertaining game. South Delta JVs, Scott Martin's football club was able to defeat Mount Boucherie in that in the quarterfinal game, but an excellent football game, and it was great to see the Bears participating in that playoff match.
Meanwhile, we saw our first mock punt of the day as fourth down came up. And instead of kicking it, obviously no special teams in this game. They just marched it downfield. And it is Team West who will begin this drive from their own 48. Incomplete on first down, 2nd and 10.
Nice to see the quarterback change here. Jacob Custer is in, the Centennial quarterback. And wow, how lucky for Jacob Custer to be coached by head coach Dino Jeremiah, but also to be coached by Julio Caravetta, of course, the great BC Lion, and the play-by-play or Marjanovich's analysis now, of course, right? So, Jacob, you've had some excellent coaches throughout the year or throughout your career with Julio Caravetta coaching the quarterbacks. And also, of course, I know Jacob Custer's come up through the Coquitlam minor program, and gosh, you know, every one of these players, you could go back and like the Dumas and the Quinns and all the different players that have come up through the community programs. And I don't think those community programs sometimes get enough credit, like the South Delta Ram community program, the Cloverdale minor program, of course, Kelowna, Vernon, Prince George, Kamloops. I mean, I could just go on and on. I don't want to miss out anybody, but the Chilliwack Giants program, the Abbotsford Falcon program, again, the Coquitlam Minor program, just have done an outstanding. West Side program, West Shore, and on, Victoria, all the different community programs with the Spartans in Victoria as well. And I hope I mentioned, I know the GSL program, of course, that we both participated in as youngsters in North Vancouver. David Pohl, the president of GSL football in North Vancouver. So again, you community folks out there, Yuri Sammy in Coquitlam, kind of the godfather of football out there in Cloverdale. I know a lot of those players will be playing tonight for Lord Tweedsmuir, and of course the Mowat players tonight will be playing from the Abbotsford Falcons, and on and on. Community teams keep going. I know they had some championships this weekend as well.
Well, two strong running plays back-to-back move the sticks for Team White as they look deep. It was Jacob Cusker who ran the ball himself on that last play after not seeing any passing options he liked. He was the one who moved the sticks for a first down after Caden O'Dwyer had a nice carry. And that's an incompletion for Cusker on first down, but pretty solid drive for him so far here.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting out of the pocket a little bit and looking for Quinn. And if I was a quarterback, I'd be looking for Quinn as well from South Delta. Of course, it's 6'5", 200 pounds. Again, I mentioned him earlier. Just an outstanding young man, and you know what? He's going to have a great future. Watch for Quinn in the future to be playing university football in Canada.
As Cusker takes the snap, he's got pressure coming, but he gets that pass away, and it's complete along the far sideline, connecting with Quinn Schoberg, just as you were saying moments ago, Jay. That's the guy to look for, and he found him for a first down.
Yeah, there you go. Good timing. There's
John Barsby,
good timing.
6'1", 170.
Get a good 10-yard breakout and move the sticks. Again, what an entertaining game we have here.
Kofi Lyle with the tackle for Team East on defense, but it's 1st and 10 for Team West as Cusker tries to find the end zone just outside the red zone right now. Takes a low snap, but is able to recover it and gets a short pass away along the far sideline. Scampering on that sideline yet again is Caden O'Dwyer. Finally pushed out of bounds, but a healthy pickup of yardage, and that is another Team West first down.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice job by Jacob. Understanding that he doesn't have a lot of time in there, a little bit of a low snap, and nice job of taking the ball and turning it upfield. Caden, you did an excellent job. Clarence Fulton, Mike Schellert out there in Vernon, beautiful Vernon. What a great backdrop that school is. Nice mountains, and did a camp up there this year. Coach Schellert, big hello to you, veteran coach up there in Kelowna.
Cusker takes a snap, steps back in the pocket, looking to pass towards that end zone. It's a pass that is complete, but shy of the end zone, hauled in by Carson Studer at the 5. And that might be just shy of first down yardage, but it'll bring up 2nd and short on the 6.
Wow, there's Jacob Custer just rifling that ball in. There was a small window for him to throw that ball in there, and it just kind of got the seam right between the defensive back and the linebacker. But boy, oh boy, you can really see his arm strength by putting that ball on the money there. 2nd
and 1, though really 2nd in inches here. They are right on the line pretty well. Cusker takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gets the pass away instead, but that pass a little too hot to handle. Fired off too quickly, perhaps, looking for Quinn Schoberg yet again.
Owen McDonald on the coverage.
And a nice job. I like the call there, bringing the slot back all the way across the formation. Kind of you can tell these university coaches are youth sport coaches here because they're running kind of a Canadian offense here on an American field. So, again, I think they're pretty happy to have an extra down here and have that extra down to be able to do some damage here. But, again, I hope they don't want to punt on 3rd down.
3rd and short right now, as they will hand the ball off this time, put it back in the hands of Caden O'Dwyer.
Number 8, Caden O'Dwyer.
We'll see. It looked like he couldn't go very far, but then again, Jay, he didn't have to go very far.
Exactly. Yeah, that
just depends on how they spot this one, and it looks like they will indeed call it 1st and goal from the 4.
Boy, there's a great camera angle there. Those guys are really battling with each other. Man, you can see Alex Taylor, the big right tackle from South Delta. Sean Natolo from the Windsor Wolves in there, 5'11", 280. Sean's only in grade 11. Team BC guy, watch for Sean Natolo in the future. Still want to say Windsor Dukes.
Handoff. Faked handoff, rather. I bid on that one, and possibly some of the defense did as well.
Knocked down by
But not
1,
Owen McDonald, as he read that play all the way, knocks down Cusker's pass, and will bring up 2nd and goal.
Oh, just a great defensive play. Owen McDonald, who's had an outstanding career with Robert Bateman, and only in grade 11, of course. And also, Caleb Mills is also playing in this football game as an all-star defensive back. Of course, David Mills, the head coach at Robert Bateman. They moved up to AAA this year and gave some of those top teams a really tough battle. So, Coach Mills, great job, great season for taking on that challenge of moving up to AAA.
2nd and goal, 4 yards out as Cusker hands off the ball once more to Caden O'Dwyer, and he will muscle his way all the way to that goal line. Can he get into the end zone? I think they're going to say that play was blown dead right before he could get there, but 3rd and goal,
led by number 90, Dax Williams of Kelowna.
just inches away from the end zone.
Yeah, and we've got those experienced refs out there. Of course, Farrell Taphorn, longtime experienced referee. Jason Edge. Gary Kingston, of course, a longtime sports individual in Vancouver. Terry Mosdell, Drew Parkinson, and Rob Whitwell, the referee crew today. They've kind of been told to leave their flags in their pocket during an all-star game and only call certain important calls here.
Fake handoff from Cusker again. It's a short pass to the end zone. Does he connect? He does indeed. Quinn Schuberg, touchdown, Team West.
Boy, Quinn's been a busy man, and I can tell why. I tell you, Jacob does an excellent job of just kind of fake a little RPO action, trying to get to the outside and just put that ball in a perfect spot there. He really couldn't have put that ball anywhere else. The coverage was just excellent coverage there again. Let's see who he's scrapping for the ball. Looks like, again, it's his good buddy, Damen Duma. 2 South Delta Sun Devils battling it out there.
We'll go for the 2-point convert, of course, with no kicking.
Number 66, Karen.
It's Team West with a good opportunity right now to tie this game up at 8 apiece. And indeed, they will do just that. The 2-point convert finds who else but Quinn Schuberg in the end zone. And we're tied up 8-8 with 5:42 to go in the opening half.
Hey, so we have an opportunity here to have a VIP with us today. Welcome, Keelin White. Of course, Keelin White, I've known you since you were a baby.
5:42 left in the first half.
Yeah,
give up your headsets
I'm not the only Handsworth alumni you're sharing the booth with today, Jay, as I'll just pass this off right now.
Oh, great. Thank you, Justin. And we're going to have a quick interview here with Keelin White, of course. Keelin White, fine Handsworth product, went down to University of Montana. Not Montana State. We can't make that mistake, though.
Can't mention them.
And, of course, you were at the game last week, right?
Yeah.
And now he got drafted by the Ottawa Red Blacks and had an excellent season, got a chance to start at the Z receiver. And we're going to ask Keelin a couple of questions here. And first of all, tell us about your experience in pro football. You're a pro football player. We got to get your address. I'm going to give you another big hug here.
Yeah, no, it was first year. It was good. Oh my!
There you go. Yeah, we'll jump into that 82 there. Sorry, guys, if we're interrupting, but
you see a good play, you gotta say something.
Exactly. Kano Burking. What did he do well there as a receiver there?
He went up and attacked the ball in the air. That is how you go get the ball while it's thrown in the air. That is, look at that.
All right, so we got a pro football player talking about. There you go.
Yeah,
Kano,
long arms, put it up only where he can get it. That's good stuff right there.
All right, tell us a little bit about your experience as a professional football player in beautiful Ottawa.
Yeah, no, the first year was awesome. You know, maturing from going from college to pro was definitely a change. But you know, I was out there by myself, working on myself, doing everything that a professional player does, and yeah, it was a blast. You know, you can't really complain getting paid to play football. So
I guess so. Exactly. And you didn't have to worry about going to class. Exactly, by the way, good job by number 17 again, Johnson from New West, taking that ball and turning it upfield. So yeah, you didn't have to worry about going to class. You got to kind of sleep in. You got to hang out in Ottawa. And how did you like your? I guess there's a coaching change now. I understand, right?
Yeah. I was able to get into a pretty good routine there. And, just work on this stuff. And, yeah, new coach coming in. So we should be him and our DC won a Grey Cup in Toronto a couple years ago. So we should be
Yeah, that was a
looking
big
pretty
change.
good for next
That
year.
was
Yeah.
Coach Dinwiddie, right?
Dinwiddie,
Who's coming over from
Yeah.
Toronto, a big move in the CFL, of course, with that. And your experience in Montana, of course, I got a chance to get down and watch a couple of your games. I was, like I said, I've known Keelin since he was a baby. Basically, I played football with your dad at Simon Fraser Richard, who's also the Team BC U18 head coach. And tell us about your experience in Missoula, Montana. Boy, that's beautiful country.
Yeah. Beautiful place. Montana's a great place. Don't tell too many people about it because we're trying to keep everyone from moving there.
Beautiful stadium.
It's nothing like the show Yellowstone. We'll go with that. But no, Montana was cool. It was awesome people, great place. That's all they have out there is touchdown.
Yeah, there we go. Number 17, Johnson. That was the Johnson drive there.
Good run. Yeah, 3 plays in a row.
Ajax running over that big offensive line, those big hoggies up front, opening up a huge hole. So I have to admit, the last couple of times that I was in Missoula, I did not climb to the M. And
no.
people that have been in Missoula know that there's the big M on the side of the hill. And did you ever have to run up there? Did Coach ever make you run?
Yeah, you miss a lift, you miss class, anything, you got to go up there at 5 in the morning and come back down.
Right
Take
on.
a picture at the top.
So, Keelin, I'll let you go here, but I just want to ask you, there's all these young players here that, of course, are going to be watching this game. A lot of these guys that are watching at home, like there's young athletes, young parents, or there's parents at home, but also these guys are going to get home and be able to watch this game.
Yeah.
What kind of advice do you have to these aspiring players that want to play at the next level?
Yeah, I was here. I went through this whole system. I played in these in the BC High School Championships. I actually we won a ring here in my grade 9 year with Windsor. So, I mean, I've been through it. Just pretty much stay the course, put your head down, go to work, and know your worth. Bet on yourself. Make those opportunities count when they come. That's pretty much it.
Right on. Yeah. And what about playing other sports? I know that some of these guys are kind of just zoom in and load in one kind of sport, and they forget it. What's your thoughts on being a multi-sport athlete?
Got to play multi-sports. All sports help each other out. Like, they all complement each other in different ways. So the more you can do, that's also the more you can do on the football field. You can if you're physical, you can hit, you got some finesse, catch the ball, make somebody miss. Just keep staying in those sports, and then as you get closer, you can start to specialize and focus on one thing. But definitely play as many sports for as long as you can until it gets too busy.
That's great. And what's happening in the off season? Where are you training? Are you gonna? I know you do a little bit of volunteer work, which is nice. You're always giving back to minor football and so on. What's up for the off season?
Yeah, I just took some time off for the month of November. Now I'm starting to get back into some training, and I'm gonna be helping out coach some 7-on-7 with Game Ready Elite and get those guys better too. So it's gonna be a fun off season for sure.
Yeah, we had a chance yesterday to kind of throw out some bouquets for Joe Yankana, of course. Is kind of your boss now. He's kind of runs the Game Ready, does a great job of running Game Ready. The Washington Foundation, of course, is a big part of that. And thank you to the Washington family for supporting minor athletics, and Mr. Doman, of course, with the BC Lions. But Joe Yankana, again, congratulations to you, your son Quinton, for the big victory last night for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. Quinton was playing defensive end, number 32, coming off the edge and putting pressure on the quarterback
he's done a really good job
all day long. So that's great that you give back. And Keelin, again, it's special for me to always see you and be with you because I've known you for your whole life pretty well, right? And, we're proud of you here in BC. I know your parents, Tracy and Richard, are, really, really proud of you. And Wendy are really proud of you for, all that you've done. And keep up the good work. Stay healthy. And we'll see you at Game Ready sometime soon. But thanks again for coming today.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me on. It's awesome. Thank you.
Let's see if we can get a camera on these guys after this play here. Maybe we can get up. Justin, back up just a bit, maybe. Sorry. I'm going to ask cameraman Andrew. Andrew, is there any chance we can get a little shot of us right here? I don't know if you can get your camera.
I don't know if the lighting is
You might not be
good
able
enough
to.
for us to be.
Okay. We'll have to. That's okay.
Get
All right,
Keelin on camera.
We'll take a picture anyways and get it posted on our social media, of course, right? So, again, get back to the game here, kids, but let's get a picture of all of us here if we can zoom in here. And of course, he's wearing his purple Montana. I thought you'd be wearing your red blacks.
39.
Well, maroon. Sorry. Yeah. Awesome.
There we go. There we go. And now we're on camera here as well.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Keelin White up in the booth here.
Right
yeah,
here.
Go.
Go Grizz.
Go Grizz.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Not as easy as I thought it would be to move that big honking thing out of here, right?
2 minutes to go here in the opening half of the All-Star game, and a pass complete for Team White into the hands of Jasper Barron. Barron hard to take off his feet.
Complete. The tackle, Glenn from GW Graham.
Trying to get our pictures taken up here while we're announcing. Justin's multitasking here. My phone is blowing up here. And
Jasper Barron, you get a second look at it. Look, we joked a little bit before this game got started and last night when we were at McLeod Stadium, Jay, about how this is an all-star game. It doesn't feel like a real football game entirely, but there is a competitive edge to this one, to be sure. These guys are competitors. You put a football on the field, they're going to go hard. And we've seen a couple tackles near the sideline where cameramen have had to run out of the way in a big hurry. So
right.
It is a danger zone, to be sure. And another big play to Jasper Barron. Why not go right back to it if it's working for you?
Yeah, well, especially it's your teammate, right? You got to get your teammate a little bit of love, too. And Jasper Barron, just as a running back, kind of swings out of the backfield there, and Jacob Custer gets the ball to him real quick, and that's an important feature for quarterbacks, of course, is to get the ball out of your hands quickly. And, again, with Jacob being coached by Dino Jeremia and, of course, by the great Julio Caravetta, boy, he's had some great coaching throughout his career at Centennial with the Centaurs.
Cusker pressured now, but he does get the ball away, just trying to throw that garbage. I think he was pressured hard.
Opening up second down. Second and 10.
I believe that was Caleb Jonker of Mount Douglas, 6'5", 250-pound defensive lineman.
And thanks for, we get these messages. This is great. Doug Cook from Kelowna. Thank you, of course. Carter Cook, unfortunately, got injured this year, but an excellent quarterback from Rutland. He is off to University of Toronto. Congratulations to him. Zach Mueller committed with the Regina Rams, so congratulations, Zach. He's from Kelowna Secondary. Hayden Bozema has 3 offers right now, so he's got a lot of offers. I'm sure that a lot of these players have multiple offers, and it's it's a kind of a nerve-wracking time, right, Keelin, for these guys. Like, you're going to get a text almost daily. You're going to get multiple texts daily from different coaches, and make sure you're polite, but also make sure that you have to understand one thing with the recruiting process, that these coaches are not just texting you, right? They're texting 100 other receivers, right? Or they're texting, 100 other defensive, offensive linemen. So, make sure you kind of keep track of that.
Somebody once told me to relate it. It's just like dating. These coaches, like you're talking to like your girlfriend or something. You can't just ghost them. You got to be polite. Oh, touchdown!
Another touchdown here.
Out of bounds.
As Jacob Cusker looked like he connected for a touchdown anyways with Quinn Schuberg, but out of bounds is the call. And they're going to
Keelin doesn't like that call here from
go
his,
for it again on 4th down. I want to credit, though, some of the big bodies on the defensive line for Team East who have done a great job of pressuring Jacob Cusker on this drive. Big bodies including Carson Graham's Jacob Huntingford, number 83, 6'2", grade 12er.
Carson Graham Eagles. Larry Donahoe's probably listening home. Probably coaching
he's
some
actually
basketball.
right here. He's down on
Larry.
he's on the sideline. I saw him
Okay.
earlier.
I thought he'd be coaching some basketball. Oh boy, when those overthrown balls go out to the flat like that, that is tough sometimes, and you're always afraid of a defender taking it the other way. So Keelin, what happened this? You were down. You went down to the big game. What do they call the rivalry game with State?
Brawl of the Wild.
Brawl of the Wild. Now, you can't say online what the Grizzlies fans say at those games.
FTC is what we say. You can figure out the rest.
Okay, we'll go from there, right? But what happened this year with the game?
Oh, it was honestly, it was this year. It was the biggest it's ever been. 2 versus 3 for the Big Sky Championship. and it was just two of the best teams in the country going at it. And someone had to come out with a win, and unfortunately they did. But the good thing is now we're both on the same side of the bracket of the playoffs, and so if we keep winning, we'll see them again in the semifinals. So yeah, nice little rematch getting set up here quick.
Right, because you, of course, your senior year, you had you went to the national championship. Was that your senior junior year?
That was my junior year in 23.
Tell us what that was like. It was down in Texas. I was all set to go, and I looked at the cost of plane trip to Dallas, and it was, I know Mom and Dad were down there, and the whole family was down there, right?
That year was surreal. Like it was one of the best years of my life. We lost our first conference game and then won every game after that, made it to the national championship. Went down to Frisco and played in that, and that was just surreal experience.
North Dakota State, was it? Or
we beat North Dakota State in the semifinals. I caught the tip pass,
right.
the 2-point conversion to go to the national championship.
Quarterback
so, yeah, that was
snag.
awesome.
Speaking of crediting some big linemen doing great jobs pressuring the pocket, Lucas Williams, I believe.
Yep. There you go.
Credited
5'11",
with the tackle.
Absolutely. Big sack there, and that's the dream, getting a sack in BC Place. And though his team didn't make it to BC Place, of course, at OKM Football Club with Ronnie Zura, we've talked about how fantastic that football club has really developed over the years. So big things to come from OKM in the future. So yeah, Keelin, I know that Justin, you might have a question for you.
Wow.
The questions here, right? Ask him what it was like to graduate from Handsworth Secondary School.
I should have mentioned when we were all on camera. Look at us, 3 Handsworth guys up on the big screen. Nice to see that connection. Absolutely. Go Royals. Do you have any? Did you play in this building back in the day? Did you play in any BC Subway Bowls, I guess they were called back then?
Yeah, I did actually. So I was at Windsor for grade 8 and grade 9, and we were here. We beat Mission in the championship for the JVs that year. So I've been here, played, never made it here with Handsworth, but yeah, I've been here a lot.
Tell us
times.
now too. So you had a teammate that you played with that's doing something special with football right now, and tell us about Theo.
Yeah, shout out Theo Benedict. He went to UBC, balled out at UBC, and ended up making on as a free agent with Chicago Bears in the NFL, and he's been killing it. He won the starting job this year and just took off from there. So it was awesome.
You guys went down to a game.
Yeah.
Great way to.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you get a Bears jersey?
Yep.
The Bears. Did you have to say the Bears, or
I did it.
if Justin had the microphone on, he would be saying that right now. I know he would be.
But yeah, no, I was able to. Me and another old teammate were able to drive down and go see him, and then we saw him after the game. He gave us a jersey, so it was,
really
that was super cool to see. Yeah.
Did you give him a Red Blacks jersey?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
I saw that picture.
We did a little jersey swap.
I saw that picture. I got to post that jersey. I know, and
Yeah.
you won't remember this, but way back when you guys were in grade 8 or 9, you guys were both in my counseling office.
That was our both first day at Handsworth. Both of us walked in there.
First day at Handsworth. Yeah, I guess grade 10 then, right? Because that was your first day, and I looked at both you guys, and I think Theo weighed about 170 pounds there.
He was tall and skinny.
You weighed about 120 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I looked at both you guys, and I said, you guys are going to be superstars someday. And certainly, what's happened with you guys and Theo. I was coaching at UBC when he was there, and Blake Nill, of course, had confidence in him and played him right away at right tackle. He was, at that time, I think he was like 225, 230, but starting as a freshman. And, of course.
The crazy part about that is he wasn't even going to play football after high school. My dad had to convince him to go to UBC and play. He's like, just go play. And then he ended up taking everything and all the success he's had. So that was,
crazy.
Cool.
And then, of course, Giovanni, of course, from Pitt Meadows that had a great career with UBC. And, of course, when I first saw him at, 6'8" and 320 or whatever he was at that time, I think he's probably about 340 now. And, of course, he's having a great career right now with the Detroit Lions, right? Do you have any aspirations maybe I know you probably signed a contract, obviously, with Ottawa, but maybe in the future, is there something that you'd like to maybe pursue?
Yeah, definitely any opportunity that comes my way, I'm willing to take. My thing right now, my goal right now is to just keep playing. Like not a lot of people get this opportunity to play football past college, or I'm in the 0.1% of all football players, so I'm grateful for that every day that I get to have that opportunity to keep playing football. And just hold on to that as long as I can, whether it's in the CFL, whether I get an opportunity in the NFL. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I can keep playing.
Right. Hopefully the Ottawa general manager's not listening to this. But, it's interesting because, you watch your success, of course, and, of course, Tyson and Jalen Philpott. Do you stay in touch with those guys at all? The Philpott brothers, of course, in Calgary and Montreal?
Yeah, we stay in touch. We talk still. We'll see each other after the game and catch up. So, yeah, it's cool being out there. It's cool seeing, other BC guys or guys I've played with on various teams, Team BC, from Team Canada, all that, like, in the league, too. So, it's a fun experience.
And tell us a little bit about, the actual academics, the school part, or what's a regular kind of day look like, a regular day look like for a university athlete at University of Montana? I know sometimes you had morning workouts, or tell us a little bit about a day.
Well, first of all, one of these things high school kids are going to have to know is coming in as a freshman, you're starting at the bottom again. So it's like you're the best player on your your respective high school team, and you go to one of these schools, and now you're one of the bottom. You're dealing with 20, 21 22-year-olds players, and so you got to kind of just know where you fit in, and so you're coming in, you're bottom of the rung, so you're getting the early lift time. You're lifting at 5:45 a.m. You're going to class all day, like from 8 to 2. Then you got your meeting starting at 2, and then you go through special teams meetings, team meeting, offensive positions meetings, practice for 2-3 hours after that. So you're not done till 6:30 probably. Then you got to get 8 hours a week of study hall. So you got to get 2 hours a day. So then you're going.
What if you miss study hall?
If you miss study hall, you got to run up the mountain. So
really,
yeah, you run up the mountain, and you don't want to be and you don't want to be in the doghouse at all. Like, you don't want your name on any list. My coach always said, you don't want to be a list guy.
No, I met your coaches. I know they're Coach of the Year this year, though.
Yes,
Coach, right?
Coach Alex.
Yeah,
so.
good for him.
But yeah, then you're coming home after study hall. It's like 8, 9 o'clock by that point, and then you got to go right to bed because you got to get up and do it all again in the morning because you got to get up at 5 and go lift. So
I remember the story about one of your first morning workouts. There was a bunch of garbage cans.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It was like,
and then
Keelin, you were wondering why there was garbage cans. Aiden, can you figure this out? Or Justin, can you figure out why there was garbage cans in the workout rooms when they had the 6 o'clock winter conditioning? So why would they have garbage cans in there?
It's so they add a garbage can at each drill, so you don't miss a rep. If you have to puke, you puke, and then you get right back up and you do the rep. So, yeah. So you had a bunch of stations, and at each station was a garbage can, because if you needed to, throw up, but if you missed the rep, then that's a bad thing. So yeah, you got to puke and keep going. It's just building that mental toughness.
Right. So I'm going to ask you, I guess, the obvious question that Justin wants to ask you if he had the headset on. Did you puke ever? Or?
Oh yeah, my first winter conditioning. Oh my gosh, my first winter conditioning, I puked probably 6 times. Barely made it through. But I mean, that's like one of those experiences, like that's
right.
building you, developing you as a football player. That's that in the fourth quarter when you have nothing left, and you still have to try and win the game. Like, that's where that kicks in, and that's where you do that is in the offseason.
And speaking of which, I guess, so folks, if you got questions for Keelin here, fire away. Send me a text or shoot me a Instagram message, Facebook, whatever. We're having a good conversation. We usually take a bit of a break here, but because the thing is too, one of the big transitions for you, of course, because I know in Montana oftentimes they fed you, right? At like you would get fed.
Yep.
A lot of days, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So you have your campus card, and they put money on that for you to go use on campus at the food court or whatever, and you can. Our coach always we had to spend at least 30 minutes in the food zoo is what we called it, like the buffet. We have to spend. They track us, so you have to our locations. You have to spend at least 30 minutes in there eating as much, getting your calories in, and then so you have to do that once a day for lunch, and they feed you. But
they track you.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
There's like an app that we use like for all the communication and stuff, and one of the things is a lunch check-in. So you have to go to lunch and check in with your location, and then then you have to check out, and it times how long you're there. So you just check in, be there for 30 minutes, eat, and then you check out. You have to leave.
Right.
And then that's how they make sure you're getting your food and your calories, and you got to weigh in every day too to keep your weight up. So yeah.
Weigh in every day.
Yep.
Wow, Justin, we don't have to do that, thank goodness. So now you're a pro football player and you're living on your own. I understand you didn't even get a car because you had a bike or something, and
yeah, scooter,
you were close to
those bird scooters in Ottawa can clutch for sure. Yep.
And
5 minutes to the stadium and 5 minutes back. It was an awesome place.
So what was your typical day? What was your typical day as a pro? Because I remember talking to you, and you were like, well, I remember talking to you the day you got drafted, right? And it was tough to talk to you guys because there was so much celebration going on at your place, of course. But anyways, so I know that you're living on your own now, right? What's the Keelin White specialty? Because I know Mom Tracy and Wendy and Richard, they feed you well when you're here, right? That's a nice thing you're here. Piper's sister Piper is usually kind of, well, she kind of ignores you most of the time, right?
She's going to school instead.
She's going to Simon Fraser, right?
But I mean, I just told you about the first year, the day in the life of a freshman, first year in college. Well, first year in pro, it's a lot different, a lot more laid back, a lot more onus on you as the player to have that accountability and everything. So it's like, fortunately, our good thing about Ottawa is they feed us breakfast and lunch every day.
Oh.
So that's like one of the local companies across the street caters us like every morning for breakfast, and they cater lunch in. So I'm up at probably around 7. I get there around 7:30. I'll lift or do whatever, mobility, and then we have our first team meeting at 9. And then meetings from 9 to 11. We practice from 11:30 to 1:30, and then we're done. That's mandatory for us.
Wow.
And everything else is like you're professional. So you don't just practice ends at 1:30. I'm not home by 2. I'm staying there. I'm watching film, getting treatment, doing whatever else. I'll probably leave around 3:30-ish, and then me and some other teammates will go hang out, find some dinner, and that will be the day, and then wake up and do it again the next day. So it's much more.
So you didn't have to cook much then?
No, just dinner, really. Just had to figure out dinner. But
what's the Keelin special? Come on, what's the Keelin special for?
What am I cooking up?
What are you cooking up if you had to?
Oh, I'm cooking up a nice Pacific salmon.
Oh,
yeah, salmon.
Still West Coast guy, even though you're.
Salmon, some rice, broccoli or sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are superfood, by the way. But
okay.
So carbs, protein, veggies, every meal.
Good for you. That's great. Good for you. And what's your favorite? Okay, so you pick when I come to Ottawa and we're going to go to a game.
Yeah.
What's the restaurant I'm taking you to? What's our favorite restaurant there?
That's a good question because there's so many like hole in the wall like diners and stuff. It's a really old place, a lot of rich history, and What you got some?
Well, I was gonna ask you some food related questions because I live pretty close to the BC Lions practice facility in Surrey, so my favorite local pho spot is also a local favorite eatery of a lot of the linemen, I think, because they'll wander over there after practice. I'll have 5 massive CFL linemen at the table next to me talking, and they're just talking about food the whole time. I was sitting at a table full of BC Lions at All About Pho in Surrey a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, and and they were looking forward to the season finale game that they were going to play on the road in Saskatchewan, and that is a game that had big implications. So I'm kind of eavesdropping, thinking they're talking about will they have an opportunity to secure home field advantage for the playoffs, all that sort of thing. No, they were looking forward to being in Regina so they could eat at East Side Mario's, which does not exist in Vancouver. So I guess my food-related question is: you can't say Vancouver, but as a Ottawa Red Black, 1 year deep into your career, what is your favorite city to visit on the road?
Good question.
And is it food-related reasons, perhaps, for what makes it so special for you?
This is a great question because there are like us receivers like me, Pimpleton, Hardy. Like every city we go to, we'll go walk and find some food wherever, like whatever spot we're at. Like if we're in anywhere on the west, we're going to Cactus. That's number 1.
Oh, come on. You got to branch out a little bit.
Number 1.
No pun intended. Come on.
Getting a Bellini. That's for sure.
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah. No, yeah, Cactus. Like they love the cat, like because they're American too, so they don't have it down there. So we're going to Cactus. Because I haven't even had Cactus in probably about 6 years either. So that is number 1. Anywhere in the east. I mean, you can't go wrong with Joey's.
Again, come on, kid.
Bro,
I know. Hey, Next time you go to Regina,
the keg
this is the
too,
best.
The keg
Oh,
we were at
man.
as well, a lot.
The best in Regina, okay?
Nice.
Next time you go to Regina,
We
promise.
hit the keg in Regina. That was
Go
cool.
to Western Pizza.
Yeah.
Or Truffaut Pizza in
Okay.
Regina. Nice,
Okay.
thick pizza, none of this thin crust stuff, right? That
Have you made the pilgrimage yet to Schwartz's on a trip to Montreal?
No, I have not.
Keelin, really?
For season 2?
Yeah.
Season 2 of your pro career, that's essential. You got to hit that up in Montreal.
Okay. I'm getting some recommendations here. First year, I didn't know where to go, so I was just following the American guys. American guys like Cactus. I'll go there. Yeah, they love the change. But
Okay.
yeah.
Last question for you here. This is from Jennifer in North Vancouver. Thanks for listening, Jennifer. Of course, the longtime Windsor Dukes, my old football manager at Windsor years ago, and still kind of organizing, keeping track of that Windsor football program. Jennifer's asking if you're going to be at Nolan Ulm's camp, the Make It Happen camp in June.
What a camp! Yeah, I did that not this past year, but the year before my senior year, and what an awesome camp he put on, and everything's for developing for the kids, and teaching them kind of what it takes to play, especially down south, as we put on pretty much a college type practice and stuff like that.
Because Nolan's at Eastern. Has he got another year left, or is he done now?
This was his last year now, so he'll be eligible for the CFL draft. So I'll probably see him coming up. But I definitely, because I wasn't able to make it this past year because the way our schedule we're playing.
Right.
So hopefully, when we see when the schedule comes out, hopefully that day lands on a bye week and I'm there. So if I have free time, I will be there.
Okay, last question as we get back to the action here. You're also going to be coaching at the J. Prepchuk quarterback camp, receiver camps this year, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Okay, big dog.
Yeah,
we're proud of you. We love you.
Yeah.
And thanks very much for stopping by and enjoy the day today. Get some free chow down at the VIP room.
I got a couple people to see down
hang
there
around.
too. And
right on.
Hope you guys enjoy the rest of these games. It's going to be good.
Thanks, Keelin.
There he is, Keelin White of the Ottawa Red Blacks. Great to be visited up here in the booth.
Works pass complete to number 28.
During the All-Star game by a former All-Star himself.
Gain of 1 on the play will bring up second and 9.
No, not in this.
We're back underway here, of course, for the third quarter of this All-Star game, and a touchdown was added in the late stages of that second quarter while we were talking with Keelin White, of course, that put Team East ahead by 6. They were not able to get the 2-point convert after that. And it is a 6-point hole that Team West will now try and dig themselves out of as they've got possession to start the half, but a big sack on a massive defensive effort for number 53, Lecky Bloomfield, 6'4", out of Centennial.
Yeah, Bloomfield, I tell you what, I know exactly who taught you that move. I know that Coach Jeremiah, of course, there was an excellent defensive lineman with Simon Fraser years ago, and, of course, the head coach at Centennial. I know that he taught you that pass rush move. So, again, Coach Dino, big hi to you. I know you're probably down on the sidelines or watching today, or maybe training some kids. So, Coach, great job with this Centennial program.
Long pass up the middle, nearly connected, but just hit off the tip of the gloves. Carson Studer not quite able to gather that one in. Did my research, Jay. I was going to tell Keelin to hit up Dunn's Famous Deli when he's back in Ottawa, but it closed apparently. That was always my go-to when I was in the nation's capital, but I Googled, and March of 2025, earlier this year, they shut their doors for good, unfortunately. So we got to come up with a list, get that kid educated in terms of some better restaurants to hit up when you're on the road.
Cactus and Keg, come on,
Joey, it's all chains.
Branch out.
I did like, though, you asked him about in Ottawa, and he couldn't come up with a name because he just said it's all these local mom and pop delis. So I think he's eating good in his newly acquired hometown. It's when he's on the road that I have some concerns.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Oh, totally. That's it's great to chat with him again. We're proud of him, and how exciting, right, to be able to talk to a pro football player
Another
Aiden liked that too. Did you get his autograph, Aiden, our producer here next to us? You were dying to ask him some questions, I'm sure, yourself, right? And we definitely could have, continued to talk to you. Usually we take a break at halftime.
Yeah,
and,
usually we
go to the
tell you to go
washroom.
fix the Dagwood sandwich and come on back. Not this time.
That's why I'm not hungry right now. I didn't get the Dagwood message. Right? Or a big glass of milk. How about those sponsors out there that we haven't had a chance to mention yet? But
Absolutely. BC Dairy, big sponsor.
Yeah. OJ Carton with Rent It. Or
Return it.
Sorry, Rent It, right.
Feels like you're renting it, though, the deposit you put down on those things sometimes.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I like the new technique that they have, though. You just put them in a bag and drop them off.
Yeah, why not? And a big run on second down will move the sticks for Team East as they put that ball in the hands of Damen Duma.
6 feet 170 from Belmont.
But it looks like that's going to be walked back, perhaps. Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Waiting for the call here from our on-field official.
Like we said, we don't really like penalties. Farrell. It would have to be an obvious one.
And it was a holding penalty assessed against the Team East offense that will walk them back into a 2nd and 11 situation and negate that fine run from Damen Duma. Trying to get a read on the number because I believe they've made a swap at quarterback as well at the half. It is Aiden Barwich of Abbotsford in at QB, grade 11. So you'll be seeing him again next season.
Yeah, great player. Great, Abbotsford football program. He's wearing his Abbotsford jersey even there. There you go. I like that. Jay Fujimura, of course, longtime coach, great offensive lineman at Simon Fraser in his day. Holy Cross High School grad. Shout out to you, Jay. Keep that Abbotsford Panther program going that Billy McGregor started many years ago. Again, congratulations to keep that Abbotsford program going there. Lots of great football out in Abbotsford with Bateman and so on.
Oh, my goodness. What a rush we are seeing right here. He is gone. Off to the races is Damen Duma all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Team East.
Boy, I tell you, when he broke loose, there's his dad right there, looks like. Is that Tim right there? His dad. Good timing there. How about that, eh? Did you guys know that was Papa Duma that right there? Huh? Good timing there.
Incredible stuff from our production team. That might have been entirely serendipitous.
Wow. That is amazing. So, hey, when Duma gets out in the open field like that, we've already seen his talent at defensive back as he's already battled against his own teammate, Schuberg. But
Caleb Mills of Robert Bateman nearly caught up with him. That was that diving effort that you saw.
Great effort, Caleb.
Right
Grade 11.
Inside the 10-yard line that did make Damen stumble a little bit as he got into the end zone. So great effort defensively, just not quite able to make that tackle was Caleb Mills. In the right spot, certainly.
There you go.
Add the two-point convert here.
To Josiah.
Team East stretching their lead to 14. They're up 22-8 with 8:49 remaining in the third quarter.
There you go, Sullivan Heights. Look at that, good speed there, getting to the outside there, Josiah. Hey, Evan Horton, head coaches, and Jake Minch, you guys have a strong program out there at Sullivan Heights. Keep it rolling there. You got a good feeder group coming in from the Cloverdale minor kids out there. So let's get that Sullivan Heights program continuing to roll out there in Surrey.
Try to get the binoculars out for a second to see who was in at quarterback right now for Team West, but I believe it's still Ryan Work.
Yeah, get a chance here to Justin. It's mention the coaches. We've already talked about university coaches here. Tommy Kanakis from Toronto. Josh Martin, of course, was a UBC player and coach. He's in University of Alberta right now. Bob Swing, UBC. Jester Rigler, head coach at South Cam. Travis Miller, the Okanagan Sun. Great to see Travis. Fantastic junior football program, of course, in Okanagan. Kai Todd-Hunter from the Valley Huskers.
And off to number 8.
Cam McKenzie from Kelowna. Rashawn Simonize from UBC. Jerome Erdman, Waterloo. Chris Anstey from Calgary. Karn Dodd, Mount Doug. Dexter Janke, I got a chance to talk to him yesterday from York. Greg Knox from York as well. David Mills, Robert Bateman, David Eshelman from Rutland. That's Team Black. Team East.
3rd and 1 right now for Team West as they try to dig themselves out of the 14-point hole they currently find themselves in, as Ryan Work hands the ball off for another run up the middle, I believe in the hands of Caden O'Dwyer.
And off to O'Dwyer.
And just nothing doing. Actually, he was able to come up with something. Only needed 1 yard, and I think he's still just inches shy. And I believe that Team White is going to elect to go for it here on 4th down. Why not?
Why not? Namati, also Coach Namati, Metu from Kelowna here, and we'll get through this West team. Head coach Nathan Mallard from University of Calgary.
And as much as this is an opportunity, of course, to watch these guys do their thing on the field in this game,
close,
Jay, I think a lot of the importance of a day like this is in the meetings and conversations that take place after this game comes to a close.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And I know that yesterday when I got to the park at McLeod Park, a lot of the coaches were right in there recruiting, taking kids out for lunch, and talking to parents and so on. And again, just an exciting time for these young men to be able to have the opportunity to talk to some of these university coaches and junior football programs, right? Junior football, like play a couple of years of junior football. Okanagan Sun, Valley Huskers, the Kodiaks up in Prince George, of course, Kamloops football program, right? Langley Rams, of course. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but again, all the
Valley Huskers,
Huskers, yeah, all the great football programs. But Team West, Nathan Mollard from University of Calgary, Brendan Conway, got a chance to meet Coach last year when he was recruiting Emmett Ward from Windsor, Waterloo. Kevin Watrin, Robert Bateman, Al Naylor from York, Nate Stevenson from Nanaimo, Ray Zaremba, my old line coach at UBC years ago from University of Toronto, Connor Bryan, West Shore Rebels, Nathaniel Griffin from Carleton, Tanner Hamadi from Guelph, Gabe Robinson, York. I'll let you take over here, Justin.
Pressure in the pocket as we got a sack.
Another sack. That's the second one.
Number 53, Lecky Bloomfield's done a great job of getting inside that offensive line and pressuring the quarterback.
Gabe Robinson, University of York. Jay Fujimura from Abbotsford. Sherman Williams from Kelowna. A lot of high school coaches here. Pete McCall from Vernon. Jordan Lieberman, the excellent defensive back coach from University of Alberta.
Welcome, Greg.
Sean Olensky from Manitoba. I know I always butcher your names, Sean. Sorry about that. New head coach at University of Manitoba. Ken McLean from Mission.
Pass connecting in a 3rd and long situation, but that reception only gets back to the line of scrimmage no further. Might have been a loss of yards, in fact, as Caden O'Dwyer was able to haul that one in. It'll be 4th and 14, and I have a feeling we are going to see a simulated kick here. Indeed, that is the case, as the officials will just march this ball downfield as though it was punted for a short return, and that will bring Team East back out onto the field on offense as they look to build on what is already a 14-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's just kind of rolling fast. Again, folks, sorry if we're kind of not necessarily going with the play-by-play as we usually do, but a very unconventional kind of situation.
Yeah, we kind of turned it into a podcast almost.
Yeah, there you go.
The back half of that second quarter and the entirety of intermission. That was great stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And again, if there's some tips out there that we want to pass along to our viewers. And again, shoot me a text and we'd be happy to mention it on air.
Team East 1st and 10 from their own 23, and they go to the run game on first down successfully at that. Nice carry of about 7, maybe 8 yards there in the hands of Noble Anadi.
Noble Nandi from John Barsby.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, what an impressive victory last night for Rob Stevenson and Larry Cooper and the John Barsby Bulldogs. Boy, complete domination against the Argyle Pipers in that AA JV championship at McLeod. We were very fortunate yesterday, Justin, to have some fantastic weather.
Oh, my goodness. Again today as well.
People want to go back, and all these games, of course, are archived, right? So you can go back and watch those games, grab yourself a Dagwood sandwich, and as Justin would say, and get settle in and watch these games.
Lots of great football over the last couple of weeks, over the last several months. This is the culmination of what has been a terrific season here in BC high school football. And we're going to see it culminate, of course, in 2 more championship games later this evening when Jake Elliott comes and joins you here in the booth for the broadcast of 2 big games, of course, this evening to put the cherry on top of what has already been a terrific season of football here in the BC high school ranks. Right now, however, it's a 1st and 10 situation for Team East. And they'll go right back to the run game in the hands of Noble Anadi again, and he will again pick up more than 10 on first down. Quite the carry. I believe that was 13, close to 14 yards on that carry. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Team East 47.
Yeah, nice job by that offensive line. Again, opening up huge holes. Andrew Bain from Belmont does an excellent job of creating a seam, and some of these running backs are so good that they don't need a big crease to get a big gain, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
Aiden Barwich in at QB for Team East as he'll hand the ball off to Noble Nada yet again. This time it is a much shorter pickup, but still a good little carry on first down to grab 5 yards. A very generous spot, I thought, from what that play looked like, but it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I talked to quite a few of these players throughout the week. Owen Enns, the excellent defensive back from the Handsworth Royals. Speaking of Handsworth, of course, right? Owen Enns has got a bright future ahead of him in football somewhere in Canada. And, he was just looking forward to competing against a great competition and playing against the best players in BC. And he mentioned that the coaching, even though they've only had 3 practices, the coaching has absolutely been fantastic for him, and he's really improved his game.
Barwich looking downfield. It's a short pass. He was looking for Noble Anadi, and instead that one will hit the turf incomplete on what was a screen play that did not go the way Team East had it drawn up.
It's great that and Zach Kremler mentioned to me that it's one more game for these guys, right? One more opportunity for these guys to be able to get out and play football, right? And showcase your talent in front of all of these university coaches that we mentioned. And it's an exciting time for these coaches to be here too, right? I mean, they get a chance to visit beautiful BC. It seems like every time those coaches come out for this event, it's a great day. The weather is fantastic, right? So. They love BC, and another big game, 63, Ethan Curzon from College Heights, Grant Erickson, one of your big linemen out there doing a great job of pulling and kicking up the hole and opening up another big seam for that Barsby running back.
Noble Nadi with the carry yet again, and it's another first down for Team East. Quite a drive here, and because it's been mostly on the ground game, the clock has continued to run as well. They go right back to the running game.
Andy with the carry. Dragged down by number 60, Dane Onyenobo.
Dane Onyenobo, the tackle.
330.
And that's one of those big boys on the line that we were talking about earlier, Jay. 6'3", 330 pounds, a grade 12 All-Star out of Langley.
Yeah, exactly. And folks, we're not able to mention everybody's name. Unfortunately, maybe, Justin, if we do get a chance that we can rip down the names there of some of the kids here so we can get everybody's name mentioned sometime today. I know those big hoggies don't get a chance to always have their names mentioned. But
Barwich peeling out of the pocket, feeling the pressure coming. He's able to dodge a tackle and hang on to the ball, and he will run it himself.
Barwich
Finally brought down after a gain of
57, Mason
about 4 to bring up 2nd and 3.
Riley Cooper, nice
Or
job.
3rd and 3, I should say.
Sorry, Justin. Riley Cooper, a host of tacklers, number 57 again from Mount Boucherie. We've called Mason's name a couple of times today. Mason, great hustle from your DB position. Mike Godwin, of course, the longtime head coach of the Mount Boucherie Bears. Love the big paw, the big paw, the big red paw on the white helmet.
Barwich will hand the ball off for a running play in the hands of Anata yet again, and he will cut toward the near sideline. Finally heads north after some east-west running, and it will be enough to move the sticks. They call it a first down for Team East.
And that's the end of the third, folks.
But the third quarter comes to a close, and it is Team East who still has possession of the football when we resume for quarter number 4 with a 14-point lead on the board.
Justin, maybe we get a chance to mention some of those names. Are you?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
You're the pro at this.
Yeah, we'll talked about a number of these guys. Of course, as we look over the Team East roster at the moment, Owen McDonald has had his name mentioned a few times. Kofi Lyles made some big tackles. Milano Peloso made a bunch of grabs on the first drive of this football game. He was the favorite target of Gavin Rye out the gate in this one. Lloyd Hagan as well of South Kamloops. One of the many receiving options for Team East. Remy Gruel, part of that wide receiver core as well, that Aiden Barwich and Gavin Rye have gotten to throw to today. Defensively, Gavin Mark of Rutland, Lincoln Glenn of GW Graham, Davis McLean of Mission, and Damen Duma of South Delta, of course. We've said his name offensively a few times, but those are all listed as defensive backs on this Team East roster.
Nice to get some messages here from Vancouver Island. Thank you, folks, for letting us know. The Saanich Wolverines, of course, another excellent community football program. I have a chance to get over and work with some Victoria kids over the last many years. A great football program over there. All the folks out in Victoria, you've done an outstanding job with the community program. Karn, the head coach at Mount Doug, of course, coached a lot of these Wolverines. Caleb Nolan and Oliver from the Mount Doug Rams that also were product of the Saanich Wolverine football program in Victoria.
The backfield looking for Noble Nadi, but it bounced off his knee and will go incomplete.
Nandi incomplete.
Interesting to see Keelin talk about academics, right? I mean, like I said, the coaches, that's the first question that I asked when I was a UBC head coach, right, is, what? So you got a guy like, again, we've talked about Quinn Schoberg all day today, right? His brother is playing at University of Toronto, Dawson, and, Quinn, he's an honor roll student, right? He's a 4.0 honor, and when you're 6'4", 6'5", and 200 pounds and can run and catch the way he does, boy, oh boy, Quinn is, is going to be recruited by many, many universities. So the perfect example of, being on the honor roll, being high academic standards, and making sure that you are really, really working hard on your academics.
Matthew Royer on the tackle there for Team West.
But, that's another point that comes up with junior football, right, is that, maybe you're not a university student. I know, like, my daughter, she goes to BCIT, right? Not that she's a football player, but, maybe you're a tradesperson. Maybe you want to go into plumbing or the electrical world or whatever it might be, right? You can go to BCIT, you can play junior football, and, as Tyler McLaren said yesterday, lots of those junior football players are now recognized by the the BC Lions and CFL, Javon Catoy, of course, Jacob Bond, players like that have great careers in the CFL because, they played junior football. And so junior football, again, is definitely a route to go. You should know the 7-year rule, folks. If you do play junior football and you want to continue on to university after, fine catch there again.
We have a turnover and downs.
You want to make sure that 7-year rule, if you have 5 years to play university football in Canada, your clock starts ticking after your first graduation year, so you can play 2 years of junior, then your academic eligibility clock starts after those 2 years.
Long pass downfield for Team West as they need some yardage here in the fourth down if they want to make a game of things. And what a pass, able to be hauled in by Quinn Schuberg of South Delta.
Wow, just a perfect pass. Jacob Custer doing a great job. And boy, oh boy, that is such a difficult pass to cover. When you look at like a little bit of a cover 2 look, the safety trying to get over from Rutland, Gavin Mark.
Gavin Mark able to just push him out of bounds. Desperation play there that paid off.
Yeah, nice throw, though. Again, Jacob Custer showing his talents today. And with his size, boy, oh boy, I know university coaches are all over Jacob Custer to perform and play at the next level.
1st and 10 now for Team White from their own 48. It's a short pass. Oh, my, some trickery here. My goodness.
Oh, I love it.
Quinn Schuberg took the pass initially, and then he passed it himself on a little pitch over to Ben McKay, an offensive lineman, 6'4", grade 12 All-Star from G.W. Graham, and I'm not sure he's ever gotten to carry the ball like that before. You can tell that was a special moment for an offensive lineman.
Look at the big man rumble. I wonder if G.W. Graham, Mike Hayes, do you have that play in your playbook? If not, maybe you're going to put it in for next year, but certainly get a little bit of entertainment, a little hook and ladder there, and why not? Good job, coaches.
And as a former lineman myself, I always love to see the big guy get involved like that. And right now, it's Cusker who's off to the races. Didn't like his passing options. He's still on his feet, finally brought down. What a run up the middle of the field from quarterback Jacob Cusker.
Jacob Cusker, what a great run. Just again, opening up that middle there. The great pass rush there. They just could not corral him, though. And boy, oh boy, Cusker showing that he can throw the ball deep, he can put it into tight windows, and he can also take off and run. So again, Jacob Cusker, it's great to be able to see your talents, and I've been able to kind of follow your career as you've developed throughout the years with the Coquitlam minor football program.
Just shrugged off a tackler on that carry as well. Impressive stuff. As Cusker set to take the snap again, he will hand the ball off for another rush up the gut, this time in the hands of Jasper Barron. And Barron will pick up a yard or two. It's 1st and goal now, second and goal rather, from the 6.
Yeah, getting close to the goal line here. It's nice job by number 90 here. Looks like from the Kelowna Owls. Again, Dak Williams, we've mentioned his name a few times. It's 6'1", 260 pounds, only grade 11. So, Dak, you've got a bright future ahead of you here, and let's see if you can make another big play on the goal line stand, or is Sean Natolo going to try to get a chunk of you here from his offensive line position? 3
more shots to find the end zone for Team West as Cusker takes the snap. He eyes the end zone. It's a fast pass, maybe a little too hot to handle, as that was intended for Quinn Schuberg, and instead is incomplete.
Yeah, I get a chance to, again, mention that offensive line. Natolo, McKay, Gould, Stevenson, a couple of the big hoggies up front doing a great job of pass protecting for Jacob Cusker.
Cusker with 2 more tries for a touchdown as he's pressured. Will peel out of the pocket, does get that pass away, and it is complete to Quinn Schuberg. A 6-yard strike
Number 28.
to put 6 points on the board.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Team West.
Nice job by Cusker there to kind of just buy a little bit of time. Young quarterbacks out there, notice how he's just still at his head downfield, still maintaining eye contact downfield, and again, finding the outstanding receiver, Quinn Schuberg, in the end zone for a big touchdown there. I want to mention also left tackle Alex Taylor from the South Delta Sun Devils, Coach Moon's excellent football program out there in beautiful sunny Tawas, and a lot of those kids grew up at Denison Park, of course, playing for the Rams as youngsters.
2-point convert attempt now. Right on the goal line is Jasper Barron, and he will get that ball into the end zone for 2 more points for Team West and cut that Team East lead to just 6.
East 22, West.
There you go.
We got a little celebration in the end zone.
I like it.
Little dirty dancing lift move.
There you go. I like it.
Or maybe that's flash dance. I'm getting my 80s dance movies confused here, but nice lift from the big lineman, nevertheless, Ben McKay. And Laith Alewi also getting involved. 6'4" out of Sullivan Heights.
Yeah. Some physical play out there today for, a lot of these guys haven't played. You got to realize that, some of these guys their season ended at the end of October, right? So they haven't played in like a month of football, right? But they're out there and making it happen.
As Team East looking to build on their lead here as they retake possession on offense. Nice rushing play on first down. Kari Johnson, who has been a force to be reckoned with for Team East in this game. A big reason why they have those touchdowns up on the board. Will move the sticks on first down and bring up another first down.
Yeah, the big man, number 67, Perasavich. I hope I'm saying that right there. He's the big Centennial boy, 6'3", 320 pounds. Andre
Parashiv is.
Parashiv, there you go.
That'll
be
my stab at that.
Thank you, Justin. You're the pro at this. Andre, hey, nice job of pulling from your right guard position and kicking out the defensive end.
Gavin Wright faked the handoff and did complete the pass to that far sideline, carried out of bounds by the receiver, Josiah DeJesus. 6 foot, 180 pounds out of Sullivan Heights.
Yeah, again, a great opportunity for these guys to, play their last football game of the year. A lot of grade 11s that we see playing in here, of course. That was a big challenge. And, again, hats off to Zach Kremler, the president of BC High School Football, for putting this together. Not easy, finding all the players, some injured guys, and being able to fill in with other players and coaches getting in from out of town and everything. So exposure, number one. That was, Zach told me, number one, exposure for these guys. Also an important factor that I thought he brought up was to build relationships with these university coaches and trust and belief in with our high school guys. So I know they maybe went out for a beverage or two in the last couple of evenings and got a chance to know each other. And for these high school coaches to learn from these university coaches, like, wow, look at that technique, or look at this play that these university guys are coaching up, right? So it's kind of, and of course, the third objective Zach talked about was having fun. Let's get out there and have fun. And I think that's what these coaches and players are doing.
Sorry to cut you off there, Jay.
That's
It looked like Kari Johnson may have just been stripped of the ball. Laith Alahui of Sullivan, one of many defenders, part of that gang tackle. Bennett Switzer of Belanus involved there as well. But I believe somebody came up with that ball. It did pop loose, but it was already blown dead. So it is still a Team East football. And they do go for it on fourth down and pick up just enough to move the sticks. Put the ball back in the hands of Kari Johnson, and he will pick up another first down for Team East. This drive is alive, and they're on the Team West 42, 1st and 10.
Man, just a little swing pass, get that ball out there to your dangerous running backs, receivers, get them out there in a little screen pass, little swing pass, and again, picking up positive yards and picking up a first down.
Devin Wright takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff, steps back in the pocket. Pressure coming. He's wrapped up and sacked. Brought down by number 16 for Team West. That's Lucas Williams of OKM. And that ball squirted loose again, but that play was blown dead. No fumble.
Yeah, boy, Lucas, I tell you what, we've called his name a few times tonight. Lucas Williams, all those folks up in Kelowna, and maybe the Williams family is down here, but those OKM guys, give us a big cheer all the way from the Mission out there in Kelowna. You guys are cheering for your guys, and you certainly have a lot to cheer for tonight with Lucas Williams making a lot of big plays. And again, Ronnie Zier, you're doing a great job with that football program up in Kelowna.
That was Gage McKee as well of Nechako, who tried to jump on that ball, assuming it was a fumble. It wasn't, but he was in prime position to make a big play had it been. As they put the ball back in the hands of Kari Johnson, and he will eat into some of those lost yards as a result of the sack, but it's still a 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 ball on the Team West 45.
Zach Kremler also wanted to mention, of course, that, give special thanks to all the administrators out there, all the people behind the scene. I know running football programs for many years, all those people out there fundraising, obviously the coaches, the administration, Jordan Abney from BC School Sports doing an outstanding job organizing, talk about being busy, all the different BC championships that he's had to run with BC School Sports, primarily volleyball this weekend. Jordan, again, you and your crew have done an excellent job. If you're not on Instagram with BC School Sports, then jump in there. They offer some great insight to all the sports that are going on in BC as well. So, again, Zach Kremler, thank you. You've gone through a lot of football, 3 sons that have played football. Of course, Gideon and the Mount Doug Ram football players, BC champions with Mark Townsend, 6 championships altogether with Mount Doug. So, Mr. Kremler, you know what you're talking about when you're talking about BC high school football. And, again, thank you, Zach, for organizing this. Look at this. We're going to pin them down deep here. How about that for a little strategy, Justin?
Yeah, they did not elect to go for it on 4th down, which I don't blame them, because it would have been a 4th and long situation after that big sack, of course. But the imaginary punt, we'll call it, has Team West pinned deep in their own territory. And it's created an interesting situation for Jacob Cusker to try and march a full 95 yards downfield the other direction.
Boy, if anybody can do it, I think he can, certainly with his arm strength and the receivers that he has. Watch out for coming back with another long pass. Maybe we'll see another hook and ladder to one of the linemen out there.
Yeah,
again,
maybe,
right?
perhaps.
Exactly.
See if Ben McKay can get involved again. He's got the taste for it now. He's a running back. Look out. 2nd and 4 after they went to the running game on 1st down. It's a pass on 2nd, and it's a complete pass at that, as Jacob Cusker connects with Carson Studer. That OKM connection coming through yet again.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys have even though they've only played with a couple of practices, I'm really impressed with the timing of the passing routes. I'm really impressed with the accuracy of these quarterbacks.
Yeah, pardon
today.
me, Jacob Cusker, of course, Centennial. It's the other quarterback from OKM. I was getting my notes mixed up there. 1st and 10 now after that complete pass. And it's another complete pass, this time a screen pass for short yardage into the hands of Caden O'Dwyer. He's wrapped up and brought down after a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Well, number 23, Davis McLean, and 48, Indiri Inalakia.
Lots of football left today. Folks heading down to BC Place. We got a little bit of sunshine kind of poking through. It's It's a little chilly in the dome here. We got Aiden here. We got the heater
We got
going.
our space heater up in the booth.
Got it all happening here. We're veterans up here in the booth, and again, lots of football left. Looking forward to a couple of big games. Of course, Argyle and Vernon.
Cusker right now pressured. He's still able to get that pass away, and it's complete. My goodness, that looked like a play that was going to lead to absolutely nothing. And Jacob Cusker pulls it out of the fire at the last minute for a long bomb that connects with Seneca Boynton. First down, Team West.
Boy, patience. Throwing back, and great job by Seneca. The Abbotsford Panther receiver doing a great job of just finding that open space in there. So again, Seneca, nice reception.
And that was Lincoln Glenn of G.W. Graham who was able to wrap up Seneca Boynton and bring him down. And we got an interception. My goodness, Kofi Lyle. Is he going to go all the way? Wrapped up on the far sideline, pushed out of bounds by Caden O'Dwyer. But what a pick. Kofi Lyle may have just wrapped up the victory for Team East with that INT.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, just a nightmare for a quarterback there to have the ball come off the receiver's hands. But, hey, Jacob, good job, Jacob Custer, to get downfield and make that tackle and really probably save a touchdown there. Boy, oh, boy, that was just outstanding effort again by Jacob. And, the university coaches, they notice that kind of stuff. They don't just notice the great throws that he's made, but they also notice the hustle that he's made on that interception to hustle down. I remember as a quarterback throwing the odd interception myself, and boy, oh boy, just not being happy. And I always wanted to run down and make the tackle.
Especially tough, like you said, when he placed that ball pretty perfectly. It was looking to connect with Darian Dick out of South Kamloops, and he put it right in his hands, but it unfortunately bounced off of them and into the mitts of Kofi Lyle.
Yeah, a couple of players maybe we haven't had a chance to mention today, but saw Casey Suter in the stands there. Casey's son, Tavin, a great offensive lineman for Holy Cross. Casey was a great linebacker at UBC and also coached with me when I was coaching at UBC. So, Casey, I know you're proud of your boy.
As Team East adds another touchdown, Kari Johnson has been hot today, and he will stay hot with less than 3 minutes to go here in this game. 2:16 still on the clock. Team East, touchdown.
Oh, nice job by the big Hoggies over that right side of that offensive line, opening up some huge holes. There you go, number 72, opening up a big hole again, number 72.
Dean Dompierre.
Dompierre from the Nanaimo. Boy, oh boy, Nate Stevenson, you should be proud of your big 6'4", 280-pound grade 12 Dane. Excellent feet, maintaining that drive. Andre from right guard. Big number 79 at center from Mount Boucherie.
Gavin Rye will run the ball in himself. After peeling out of the pocket, there was pressure coming before he could get that pass attempt away. And it's all good. All's well that ends well. 2-point convert for Team East as they're now up by 14 yet again.
Also mentioned the left guard there, Braxton from Mount Boucherie.
Braxton
doing
Sugar.
an excellent job. And Rutland, strong offensive lineman. Hayden doing an excellent job from his left guard position. Just, again, moving their feet. And looks like they're getting a little tired out there, though. I tell you, some of these big Hoggies probably haven't done too much in the last little while. But, boy, oh boy, it's nice to see the kids that size that are really doing a great job of opening up some huge holes.
Long pass downfield as Team West is into Hail Mary territory at this point, needing to come up with 2 touchdowns in less than 2 minutes to do it. And we have our second flag of the day, Jay, on that last play.
Yeah, nice to see only the second flag of the game. We talked about that earlier, but getting a chance to mention some of the coaches, some of the programs we haven't had a chance to mention. St. Thomas More, great season this year. Jared Power. Notre Dame, big shout out to Coach Dennis Kelly out there. And Coach Kelly, hope you're doing well. Coach Mullis, I know you're watching. I hope you're doing well and kicking back, watching some NFL. Maybe your Jets are playing today. Of course, Vancouver College, Brian Chu, outstanding coach with Vancouver College. Alex Kozak, West Van, has had a kind of revitalized their program.
Pass complete to number 15, Carson
Again, Larry
Studer.
Donahoe's here, longtime Hall of Fame
Tackle number 1,
football guy.
Owen
Malcolm Allen
McDonald.
from the Windsor Wolves. Down the list, down Ryan Jensen, the Handsworth Royal new head coach. Corey Philpott, Siaquam.
Cusker pressured right now, looking downfield. 2 defenders on him. He gets that pass away, but it cannot be hauled in. He was looking to connect with Seneca Boynton yet again. And as we have mentioned a few times, Jay, of course, you and I have a couple of Handsworth alumni up here in the booth. We were joined by another one not too long ago. But we should mention the 2 Royals who are playing in this game for Team West, and that is Timor Humphreys, big offensive lineman, 6'4", 255, grade 12, as well as
Owen Enns.
Yeah, Owen Enns.
Defensive back.
Defensive
absolutely.
back, 6'2", 170.
Yeah, another player we haven't mentioned, but is making an impact today for Team Black is Gavin Mark from Rutland, and also Remy Greywald from Siaquam, number 6, has done a great job also from his receiver position. Got a big catch by number 14
Yeah,
there.
Miles Foster.
Yeah,
West
Miles
Van product.
Yeah, getting on the board, as we mentioned. Alex Kozak. Boy, West Van has put a lot of football players into the NCAA in years past.
As Cusker feeling all kinds of pressure, peeling towards that far sideline, and he'll carry that ball out of bounds. I think he got enough for a first down, and he stopped the clock, so a pretty successful down, all told, right there for Jacob Cusker.
Scramble out there. New West coaches, Andrew McKechnie. I taught and coached Andrew years ago. Darnell Sikorsky, of course. Joe McLeod and Langley. Suk Parmar and Sardas doing a great job out there. You guys keep up the excellent work. Pleasant Valley. Jason Barron. Hello to Jason out there, getting your football program going in Armstrong, British Columbia.
Cusker now looking deep yet again, eyeing the end zone, and he's picked off. Plucked out of the sky by Owen McDonald of Robert Bateman, and McDonald cuts back into the middle. He's going to go the distance, perhaps. Only 30 yards in front of him now. 20. Can he make it to the end zone? Trying to cut back into the middle. Finally tackled, and the ball came loose on that tackle as well. My goodness.
Number 1, Owen McDonald with the interception.
Jasper Barron of Team White with the tackle.
Taken down by
Wow,
number
there's
7.
good hustle by Jasper, but what can you say? We're used to seeing Owen playing here on championship weekend, but usually not in the All-Star game. Of course, he's usually playing for Robert Bateman, but boy, oh boy, what was that, 90 yards all the way down? He's just running out of steam, but there's the effort that we talked about, Jasper Barron. And coaches will look at that, Justin. They will say that Jasper Barron did not give up on that play, and he hustled all the way down and really stopped it to prevent a touchdown.
Owen McDonald, I believe, snagged that ball on his own 2-yard line and was finally forced out of bounds at the Team West 6.
Wow.
So let's call that, doing some quick math here. And I was good at math. You can check my marks, Jay.
Sure. And good at writing. Weren't you in Mr. Bell's class? Joe Bell,
journalism, indeed. That's what the path that led me to being in this very booth
go.
right next to you now. But we will call that a 92-yard carry on the interception for Owen McDonald. Very impressive stuff right there.
I was giving you a little bit of time there, delaying getting
to carry the one in my head.
Coach Bell, if you're listening out there, hello from beautiful North Vancouver. You're kind of relaxing out there, I'm sure, and taking in the action today.
As Team East tries to add to their lead with time ticking down here. Just 6 seconds to go in this game, and I think that will do it for the fourth quarter.
That is the last play of the game.
As a defensive stop from Team West is the final play of the 2025 BC High School Football All-Star Game that is won by the Team East All-Stars, a final score of 30-16. And like we mentioned many times today and yesterday, in fact, Jay, this is the first of 3 games for us here on Championship Sunday.
Stick around, fans.
At
Coming up
BC
next,
Place Stadium.
the first of the 2 senior varsity matchups.
We still have 2, not 1, but 2 senior varsity championship games left to be played. The Argyle Pipers taking on the Vernon Panthers in a game that is about an hour away here at BC Place, and that will be followed by our main event, the AAA 2025 Football Championship. The Lord Tweedsmuir Panthers taking on the number 1 ranked WJ Mowat Hawks. So a great day of football still ahead of us, and you'll be on deck for all of it, Jay. But this will do it for me. It'll be Jake Elliott taking over the rest of the way. Do want to say, however, it is always a pleasure to work these games with you, and I will be tuning in to catch the championship games with you and Jake later tonight. So thank you.
Absolutely, Justin. It's been a pleasure.
And do want to thank you folks at home as well for tuning in and watching these games, no matter where you happen to be in the province or in the world, really, because these are going live right across the globe on YouTube, courtesy of the BC School Sports YouTube channel. And we thank you for tuning in and watching this BC High School Football All-Star Game, which yet again was won by Team East, 30-16, the final score. Still 2 more games ahead of us, the next of which is a little over an hour away, so you've got time to maybe even take a nap before we are right back here in BC Place. We will talk to you again soon. It'll be Jake Elliott and Jay Prepchuk on the call. On behalf of the broadcast team here, this is Justin Morissette signing out. Thank you so much for joining us for the All-Star Game here at BC Place.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, whip your lovin' on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquhar. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
A cold bed full of scorpions, but venom stole her sanity. And if you'd never called for me, I might have lingered in purgatory. You wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a fire, pulling me into the fire. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just haunting. Now I can see it all. Late one night, you took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been. 'Cause now your mind is about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. Locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. Locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just haunting your powers. Now I can see it all. I can see it all. Late one night, you took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been. 'Cause now your mind is about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. The fate of Ophelia. You saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-pad, watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone.
You a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby.
Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made it. Man, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G-pad. Watch do it.
We survived outside, all from the music. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them that's hating on them. Can they both? I hate them hating on them. And they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yeah. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.